Okay, so we got a good storyline, and this one is called The Shadows. So, we're just gonna do part one, and this is, I guess, yeah, we're just gonna do part one. Okay, so Copper walks out of the house, and she looked back at her house, and she thought, gosh, I got one more year here. This is bittersweet. She said, man, she said, school is almost over, and I got this paper to turn in, and she felt somewhat free. The summer was about to begin, and she had the time to just decompress finally after a full year of school. So she just looked at the paper and she thought, gosh, this is it. So she started walking down the street, and she was looking through her folder and making sure that she had everything in order, and she began to just kind of look over her paperwork just to be sure that it made sense to her. So she had her head down, but she bumped right into him. I mean, it was almost like a collision, because she winds up dropping everything to the ground, and she looked up. She said, my God, watch it, sir. And so he said, I'm so sorry. He said, listen here, I don't worry about it. I'll help. So he kneeled down and began to grab her paper. She said, please don't touch it. She said, I got to turn that in today. You're going to mess it all up. And he said, oh my God. He said, I don't mean to cause any more trouble than I already have. I apologize. And he said, look, are you sure you don't want my help? And yes, I'm very sure. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. But you've done enough. And so he said, okay, I'm so sorry. No worries. It's okay. All's forgiven. All's forgiven. We're going to have a good day. Thank you. So he said, yeah, have a good one. Maybe I'll see you soon. The words were a little bit of haunting, because she couldn't imagine seeing him again. I mean, what would be the chances of that happening, right? So she thought, whatever. And she began to put her paper back into her folder neatly the way it was, so that it would be organized once she gave it to her professor. So once she gathered herself, she stood up and she zenned herself and began to walk towards the school. And finally she got to the school, and she looked at the school and she said, one more year, one more year. She walks in, and she heads on up to Professor Jackson's class, and she knocks on the door. He had it ajar just a little bit, and he was sitting in his office, and she said, hey, Dr. Jackson. And he looked at her. He said, hey. He said, come on in, girl. Come on in, Copper. And she said, hey, it's been such... She said, I did it. And he said, okay, well, we'll see if you did it. No, you're gonna love it. I love it. She said, it's just a little bit... She said, maybe a little bit out of alignment, because I wind up bumping into this guy, and I dropped all my paperwork, so... let me just check. I don't want to hand you something that's not right. So let me just check before I hand it off to you. Do you mind if I sit at one of the tables? No. Go ahead. You know, the class is empty. Do what you got to do. So it's summer. You know, this is it. This is until next fall. You know, are you excited? Am I? Yes. And so she said, well, listen here. Let me go through this. She said, I got a nail appointment. She said, I'm practically late. He said, well, yeah, I know, whatever. So she sat down at the desk and began to sort through her papers, and then it was just a few things that were out of alignment, and she wound up putting it together properly so that she could hand it over to the teacher. So she wound up giving it over to Dr. Jackson, and she said, okay, Dr. Jackson, this is it. She said, you're going to love it. She said, I really put my elbows into this one. I dug deep, and I'm telling you, I did it. And he said, okay, well, you'll hear from me in about maybe 48 hours. You'll get I'll email you your grade, and I'll let you know what I think about it. She said, okay, you sure you don't want to do it now? I mean, I got time. I'll make time. I'll call for and cancel my appointment and, reschedule it, because I really need these feet done, doctor. I'll reschedule it if you got time to do it now. Copper, go ahead and make it to your appointment, okay? I got plenty of things to do, and I'm going to do this over the weekend, and so you'll hear by Monday, and you should have your results by Monday morning. You can wait, Copper. If you put your elbows into it and you really did what you did, then you can definitely wait until Monday, and you probably should expect a good grade, right? Or right. We'll see, right? I think so. Yeah, for sure. I'm confident. Yeah, doctor. I know I did a great job. So he said, okay, well then, fine. I'll see you. You have a great weekend, and I'll contact you Monday morning. Okay. Well, you have a great summer, Dr. Jackson, and I'll see you in the fall. So yeah. Um, so see you then, right? Yeah, sure. So she walks out and she looks back at him and she said, "Well, you enjoy your summer again, and tell the missus and the kids I said hello." And he looked at her. He said, "Are we doing a little too much now?" I thought maybe that'd give me a plus with my A. You know what I'm trying to say, doctor. He said, "Yeah, get out of here. Enjoy your week, your summer, girl." So Copper leaves out of the building and she's smiling and she really enjoyed her class with Dr. Jackson. I mean, it was psychology. Who don't like psychology? Who doesn't love understanding the behavior in of the man, of human beings? She was loving it. So she handed him over the paper and she really dug in deep this time, and she felt like this was the A that she had been waiting for to bump her grade up. So she wound up walking out of the building. She made it on over to Sophia's nail salon. She gets there and she walks on in looking for Sophia, and there she was. Hi, Sophia, girl. I am so sorry I'm late. I'm so sorry I'm late. But she looked around and somebody was in her seat. She said, "Sophia, girl, I got an appointment." She said, yeah, I know, but you're late. And she looked at the guy, and it was the same guy that she bumped into. How dare him? She said, "And it's him?" She said, "Yeah, do you know him? That's Corbin. That's Amelia's cousin." Amelia's cousin? What? Oh, I got it. Hi. I guess this is our seeing each other again. And he said, "Yeah, I guess so. Hi, how are you? Yeah, you're sitting in my seat, so you're pretty rude. You not only make me drop all of my papers for my... Anyway, whatever. So, how long are you going to sit there?" He laughed, and Sophia said, "Don't be rude. I'm not trying to be, Sophia. I got stuff to do. I got to get ready for tonight." And oh God, that's Amelia's cousin, so that means he might be there tonight, right? Where exactly are you guys going? She's having a dinner. I guess he's gonna be there. And she looked at him. She said, "I'm sorry, your name is Corbin?" Yeah, it's Corbin. And you are? "I'm Copper." Copper? That's... I've heard that name before. Yeah, I'm Amelia's best friend. What? Yeah, that's where I heard. I heard it from Amelia. Huh, interesting. So, are you coming tonight? Yeah. I take it you're going to be there too, right? Yeah, I will be. I mean, I just moved in town, and I just bought a house about maybe a few doors down on the same block as Amelia's. Really? You bought a house? Yeah. I bought a house. Is what, you and your wife, your family? No. It's just me. It's just... Really? You seem awfully young. I mean, then Sophia nudges her and said, "Girl, stop it." "Oh, I apologize. I don't want to be rude. Maybe I'm asking a little bit too many questions. I don't mean to probe." And he said, No. It's fine. You are my cousin's best friend. I don't mind answering your questions. It's no big deal. So, no, I don't have a family. I don't have a wife. I don't have any children. But I do have a dog. My dog's name is Sally. She's a cane corso, and she's a peanut butter colored cane corso. She's beautiful. One day, if you are in the area, you can definitely meet her. She will like you, and she's well trained. How about that? Yeah, maybe. But you seem awfully... like you're going to be in that seat for a while. So I'm kind of pressed for time, you know.